Good morning. This is gonna be a what I eat in a day quarantine edition, or self-isolation, social distancing, whatever you want to call it, edition. The 2020 plague. Because I figured we're officially out of fresh produce. The grocery stores aren't delivering. I thought it'd be like a fun video to film, right? Like, it's kind of a challenge. It's also just kind of really authentic. So yeah, and I'm gonna start with coffee. So every morning I make us coffee, and today is no exception, so let's do that. I did get a new espresso machine. We got one since we obviously are not traveling. So I guess this is like a consolation. Okay, so every single morning I make our coffees. This is his half iced mocha, which is just like half calf espresso and then chocolate milk, and his vitamins. And then I do a protein coffee, which has collagen peptides, and then the Premier Protein chocolate and vanilla shakes. I just mix half and half, and then we shake it up, and there you go. That's easy. I would say most days of the week we do 2 coffees a day, so it's definitely a highlight of the day for me. I always look forward to my coffee, so this is not like one of those things that you have to like sacrifice on. And we take our vitamins with them. Good morning. It is time for a second coffee. It's a super gloomy Monday morning. I tend to need, I can like cover up. I tend to need a second coffee on days like this. Let's be real. I tend to need a second coffee most days. I also I'm one of those people that my whole life, even like, quite frankly, even when I was like way too young for this, always drank coffee. Like even when I was, oh my God, like 10, I think. I think 10 to 12 is when it became a bit of a ritual for me. So I was just one of those people that, you know, it was beshifted. It was fated for me. I am mixing collagen into this one as well. My back, I've been going really hard. So I'm also filming like a week of workouts ish. I don't want to film like a 17-hour video, so it's not going to be the entire thing, but I want to touch on it briefly in this because it does affect how I eat. It does affect my caloric intake and all that kind of stuff. So just to give you some context as to like why I make the decisions that I make. So the current like sort of plan I'm doing right now, and this is not like some designed plan, this is not like something that you can get off of the internet. This is just me having done this for a few years and really knowing who I am, what I'm capable of, da-da-da-da-da. Before I get into the why behind my like nutrition, food decisions, this collagen that I'm currently using, it's the NutraChamps collagen peptides. I got it off Amazon. I actually bought it specifically because it said it dissolves like amazingly well. It's a liar. No, it doesn't. This stuff sucks. Don't buy this. You don't have experience with collagen. When it doesn't dissolve well, it clumps and it gets hard, and it like immediately solidifies to whatever, so it tends to stick to your cup or stick to your straw or your whatever it's in, and it's just really, it's like protein. It gets really hard quick and it's a pain in the ass to get off, so no thanks. Okay, so a little insight as to what I'm currently doing and why I'm eating the way I'm eating. You're gonna notice a difference between what I eat now versus what I eat. Well, especially like, there's a few factors, right? You're gonna notice a difference between what I'm eating today versus what I was eating in the last macro focus caloric deficit video. The main two, one is social distancing. We are out of fresh produce in our house. We are out of quite a lot of things, and grocery stores don't deliver. Whole Foods isn't delivering, like Prime, Whole Foods, nothing. The Instacart's not coming. Instacart's like on a strike right now, I think they just announced. We are kind of on our own in a few ways. It's not like as bad, and I don't want that to sound like I have a poor grasp on reality. We just are, where we live, we do not live in like downtown Austin or central Austin like I used to. So our grocery store, like our local grocery store, is a joke right now. There's like nothing in it. So to the point where it is honestly not worth going. So we have been getting pretty creative the last week, because it's been like this for over a week. I haven't had groceries delivered in over a week. The last time I had groceries delivered, Instacart had canceled the order, and then a very kind woman on Instagram reached out and said, I will happily bring groceries to you. So that's amazing. She drove like all over God's green earth to do this, and it was just the sweetest gesture ever. So she, however, moved to Omaha last week, so I cannot hire her again, although I would love to. So I have kind of done a little bit of research, just because you have to, in terms of where else to go for groceries. And so Austin's kind of in this spot where so if you don't live in Austin and you don't live in Texas, a few things that are currently going on. The governor announced like a temporary permission for restaurants to sell alcohol, cocktails, beer, wine to go. So if you get delivery, you can actually have like a pre-made drink if you're having somebody bring it to you. We don't live in an area where that's possible, so we have to go pick up whatever it is that we're getting. And then you can get like a margarita, or many margaritas, but it's like the mix and the tequila and whatever, right? So what's kind of cool about that is, you know, it keeps local restaurants in business, which we're all about. I have said this in like every recent video of mine. This is a huge, huge thing for me. I have a ton of people in my life who work in the gig industry who are getting super creative with how they're paying their bills right now. So I'm all for supporting people and keeping them employed. I will also stress to you, we have already been through a 14-day quarantine period. We are clear, like we're good. So obviously we are respecting all of the social distancing rules. Like, we're not being idiots about this, but I feel like I need to contextualize and kind of give some real clarity around why we're doing what we're doing and precautions that we're taking every step of the way. So today's what I eat in a day is different, obviously, because I don't have normal groceries in my house anymore. And then the other part of it is we are really trying to support restaurants. So you're going to see a to-go order today. You're going to see alcohol today, because you have to. It also keeps you sane. And the other thing is, the other major shift is, the last time I filmed this, I was working out for like, I think an hour or less a day. Not every day. I think I was doing like 4 days a week. I don't remember. It wasn't even that long ago, but I kind of turned up working out, and then especially with all the quarantine and social distancing, this has become my hobby. So I am currently doing like sort of a self-created endurance training, which basically all that means for me is I'm working out usually around an hour and a half, like 90 minutes a day cardio. I'll do arms, I'll do whatever. I've been going for 30-something days with no days off. I'm doing a separate video all about the workouts, but I just wanted to kind of touch on that because I'm burning like at least 1,000 calories a day in terms of my cardio. It does change my eating. It does change my carb needs. It does change, you know, my overall caloric intake, that kind of stuff. So just so you have some context about why this video is so different from the last one. So on that note, just to give you an update of where I am in terms of my macros, I am at 81 grams of protein now with my second coffee. I'm at 452 calories total, 81 grams of protein, 20 grams of carbs, and 6 grams of fat. Hello, it is time for a check-in. If you watch my other What I Eat in a Days, or What I Eat in a Day, I think I've only done one other one, I drink a lot of lemon water. I put stevia in it. I talked about it before. I'll tell you about it again in case you're new to my channel or you didn't watch the other one. I drink a lot of water. I am also somebody who chugs my water. I drink so much of it. So I tend to put lemon and stevia in it so I don't get nauseous. I've done it for years. Normally I get my lemon from Costco, but because Costco is currently no man's land, we're making do with this guy. So I'm checking in because it's 3:30. And I've had, I'm actually really behind on water. This is going to be 51 and 68 ounces for the day, which is like bad for me. I would really prefer to be at least 1 to 2 more bottles into the day. I reuse these, just so we are clear, again, in case you're new, I reuse these a lot. So don't get up my ass about plastic consumption. I use the sparkling water and then I reuse them until they're basically destroyed, and then I move on. It's also just really easy for me to track. So it's Tuesday morning and I just sat down to start editing the What I Eat in a Day video that I filmed yesterday. And I filmed dinner, but I, for whatever reason, don't have it recorded. Dinner wasn't included, and then I think like my PM, like water and stuff wasn't included either. So I'm just gonna kind of roll it into today and give you an idea of what I'm eating for a few days during isolation. Quarantine, social distancing, whatever you want to call it. So last night for dinner we had Pius, which is like a local pizza place. It was really good. And I had a Brussels and jam pizza, which is vegetarian. It's delicious. It's really, really good. And then we had some ice cream for dinner and we had margaritas. I did not track the macros for my dinner, my dessert, my alcohol. I will tell you though, when I put in my the Oreos and the coffee, I still had like, what was it, 1,000 or 1,100 calories left in the day. And that is with incorrect macros. So yesterday I still had 1,115.9 calories left. And that's with incorrect macros. That's with my macros being a little low. So yesterday I ended the day at about 100 and, I don't know, 10 ounces of water, which is pretty low for me. Normally I'm at a gallon easy. But I think I was like one shy of it. It's just, yesterday was really gloomy, so you're not as productive, you know what I mean? You just kind of need the pizza, you need the win. We're also in quarantine and like don't have groceries. I'm having my coffee currently with my collagen peptides in it. I have to cancel that. I just subscribed to collagen from Hum, so I'm gonna give that one a go. I feel like that'll just make my life easier. Okay, so we were supposed to get tacos, but he won't respond to my text messages, and he's got his rock music playing, which means he's focused. So I think I'm just gonna make another coffee, which I'm fine with. But like, I'm kind of hungry and I want to work out for like an hour and a half to 2 hours, so I need some kind of a carb situation in me for energy. But I've already texted him and everything and nothing. This is what it's like to work from home with an engineer. I have headphones in usually, so I can't hear shit unless you like literally get into my eye line. And he closes the door and he's either on the phone or he's blasting music. So for people that really are only working like 100 and 200 feet away from each other, we can go the whole day without talking. I know I said it, but I just wanted to confirm it. Coffee number 2. I also, full disclosure, I ate 4 Oreos. So my current macro situation, if you are interested in that. Okay, so I have eaten 750.1 calories, 20 grams of fat, 62 grams of carbs, and 82 grams of protein. If you are looking for a really wonderful way to eat a lot of calories, a lot of carbs, and a lot of fat quick, Oreos. This is like kind of what I'm doing for quarantine. I'm not doing a really intense diet or anything like that, partially because I don't want to. The other part is because, quite frankly, this sucks. Like, I know I don't work in healthcare. I know I don't have to leave my house to go to work. I had to make that decision when my back happened. So, like, you know, I started making those moves last year. Hello. She's like so over everything. I'm relaxing my kind of like diet expectations, I should say. 50% quarantine, 50% because of the cardio endurance training, because I am working out a lot more. I'm actually filming a video currently, like concurrent with this, that is a week of my workouts, and I'm not doing them with you because that's like an obscene amount of footage. I'm showing you what I did every day, heart rate, caloric burn, all that kind of stuff. So if you guys are interested in seeing that, that should be up around the same time that this is. And if it's already up, I'll link it. I have absolutely no idea what we're gonna do for dinner tonight. When I am tighter on my macros, I plan my whole day out. Like, I've got every day for like a week planned out. Because of quarantine, I'm not doing that because I don't know if we're, you know, digging in the freezer or if we're gonna try to support a local restaurant every day. Like, I have no idea what we're doing. I'm also not worried about it. This is just like not the time for that. At least for me, it's not a time for that. But I am countering it with cardio. So funnily enough, since the last time I filmed, I've lost a couple of pounds, which is great. But I'm doing it intelligently and just kind of, Ada, don't lick the couch. What are you doing? So this is protein cereal. Super simple, but it actually really helps me with endurance and my overall stamina when I'm doing like more than one class in a day. I do have more power overall, so I do find it really helpful. Okay, so I just finished an hour and 45 minutes on the bike, which is why I look like a mess. And that's fine. It is 5 o'clock. We're gonna order dinner. I burned, just so we're clear on, I'm doing like a bunch of videos at once, so I feel like I'm repeating myself a lot, which drives me crazy. So I did 90 minutes of spin, 10 minutes of arms. Adelaide is like desperate for attention. Hello. Hello. What's up, mama? What's up, mama? Say hello, everybody. I need camera time. I need attention. I know my body really well at this point with cardio and everything. So I've got about 40 minutes until the hunger really kicks in. And then I can kick it down the road about 20 to 30 more minutes. So I'm gonna put dinner order in because we're gonna have a DoorDash and just dropped off at the door. And hopefully it gets done in that period of time. He's still working and he's on a call, so I'm gonna hopefully text him and get his order and get that ball rolling, and then I'm gonna take a shower. Something I realized I have not kept you up on is my water consumption. I have had about a half a gallon of water so far, which again for 5 o'clock is way lower than it should be for me. Normally I'm like at 100, but it's just how it is. Yeah, so I will show you dinner when it gets here, and I will keep you abreast of the water consumption, I guess the total of it, because I have absolutely no idea where I'm gonna end up tonight. Okay, since dinner didn't film last night, we're gonna try to do it again tonight. I'm for sure recording. So for dinner tonight, we got this local restaurant. I have a grilled cheese, it's called a grown-up grilled cheese. I got fries, ginger broccoli, and tomato soup. What'd you get?
A club. And we got deviled eggs with salmon and truffle fries.
And some accoutrements. So yeah. Okay, so update. I am on I think I'm in like the 90 ounce territory with water now. And I've had dinner, I feel really good. So that's like what 2 days of quarantine self-isolation. I mean, we're not even quarantined. We've already been through it, but like it's self-isolation. That's what food looks like for us here. You can tell like it's not a lot during the day, and then we have like big dinners. But it works for us, especially right now. And you know, I spent also with my workouts being pushed. I try to push them, not every day, but lately I found that I eat a little bit less if I push my workout. Like if I just work in the morning and the early afternoon and then I work out after and then I'm ready for dinner. I feel like that kind of aligns with my hunger and like overall like feeling better. Kind of like the logic that people use for intermittent fasting, except I don't intermittent fast. I'm not opposed to it, I just can't. I live with people. Like I hate being that guy. I've made a decision. I'm gonna have a popsicle. Do you want a popsicle?
Yeah, I'll take a popsicle.
Okay. They have alcohol in them.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, are you that sexy?
All right. No, don't be mean. Don't be mean. He tries to put the shit on my bare skin.
What? What?
All right, so if there's like a gift that we can give you in this dark time, that is the 2020 play, I don't want that one.
Just take a look and see what it is.
Oh, you smell good.
It smells good. I mowed the lawn, dude.
Here. Oh, okay. I don't know what the hell I just smelled then. All right, so these things are amazing. They're called Slim Chiller Skinny Freezer Wine Cocktails. We have many, many, many of them. Probably helped by this guy a yacht. But yeah, so they're 114 calories each, which is less than 2 Oreos.
They're 111 calories. It's 111 or 114?
It's 114 right on the thing.
I thought you said 150.
140. That's how many's in 2 Oreos. I know that like the back of my hand. Cheers.
Cheers. Love you.
You're mean to me.
What's up, Snugglite? Come here.
Hello.
Come here, Snuggle Dog.
I'm gonna sit out here in the garage and edit with him now that I know he's not doing anything with the TV on.
You want some popsicle?